was reading this very interesting book by a psychologist, and he believes that cheating is a part of human's nature. But I was asking myself, if cheating is a part of human's nature, why is it always very strongly part of our nature to desperately seek for somebody who is loyal and honest with us? So I was thinking about this question and I realized a few things. Many people are cheaters. Yes, that is true, unfortunately. But let's not forget that a lot of people also don't understand what real love means. And real love is actually not so complex. We just need to go back to the roots of what love is. And when I made the research, I realized that most people connect with each other for all the wrong reasons. They connect with each other because they have unhealed past childhood traumas and they're trying to gain some happiness through finding a partner. They're becoming a couple because they have sexual desires together, because they have chemistry. They need financial help or help with the chores in the house. They are trying not to die alone. They are sick and need somebody to take care of them. Or they need somebody who is just going to give them what they are missing in their own lives. And these are the most common reasons why people get into relationships. It's either a physical or an emotional need that the partner must fulfill. Another common reason is that people see relationships and marriage as a tradition. They believe that by 30, you have to be married, you have to have children, or you're worthless. Your clock is ticking. What a nice views on love that we have. And let me tell you that while those reasons are real, they have nothing to do with love. And while those reasons exist, there is never going to be loyalty in most relationships because they're wrong. Very few people are actually healed on the inside. Very few people are actually trying first to be happy on their own. Most of you are so traumatized, so sad, so empty inside that you step into a relationship quickly, but later you see that your partner can't fill that void. Later you see that no matter what the partner is doing, if you're not happy with yourself, and if you don't try to deal with that emptiness, you're always going to need somebody else. Whatever you have is never going to be enough. You're going to try with that partner, the other partner, this girl, this guy, that guy. It's going to fill the void, or more like distract you for a while. But later, the emptiness is going to come back even stronger than before. Then you're going to be hurt. Your partner is going to be hurt as well. Because the reasons people get together have nothing to do with love. Love doesn't need anything. Yeah, it needs food, some basic needs to survive, but nothing more. It doesn't need sex all the time. It doesn't even need food all the time. It can survive for a while even without water. That's how love is. Love is happy even in the silence. It's happy just because you two are together, just because you two feel happy in each other's company and you're good people and you help each other in the hard moments. That's enough for love. And the opposite of love is not even fear. The opposite of love is ego. And ego is the representation of fear. Because the ego is stepping into a relationship for a physical or an emotional need. At the moment the partner can't fulfill correctly those needs, the ego will cheat. The ego will search for somebody better, and not only that, the ego is going to try to keep you and the other one just for itself. It's not going to give you the right to know the truth because it doesn't want to lose you, and it doesn't want to lose the other person, because if it loses you, it's going to have to look at the mirror. That's the one thing the ego never wants to do. It never wants to look in the mirror. It never wants to feel accountable for its mistakes. And haven't you heard the saying, if you want the truth about something, ask the children. The children are pure. The children are honest. They are never going to hide what they want. They are never going to hide what they truly desire. They are not going to do that. They are always going to tell you exactly what they think until the adults start punishing them for that. Children are honest until we as adults start making them feel terrible for their honesty. So if we were not born liars, it means that to do so, there is another reason for it. Something has caused us to become this way. Which is why I don't believe that cheating is part of humans' nature. Saying that it's part of our nature is like saying that lying is a part of our nature. But we were not born this way. We were born honest, saying whatever the heck we want. And that's where fear comes along. We're so afraid to be alone. We're so afraid to heal our traumas that we need those partners. We can't let them go. To be honest with others means facing ourselves, facing our actions. And what if we hate what we see? What if we hate who we are? If we hate who we are, why would we be honest about ourselves? No, we better lie. We better give false promises to everybody we can do that to, so they can be with us and distract us from the real problem. That's why I'm going to tell you guys, until people start working with their egos, because the ego always wants to sit on two chairs. There is distraction from the truth. They are never going to keep their promises for a long time. These lies are serving them as a distraction from themselves, from what they need to work on. So lies are a big tool to help us escape from who we truly are. Unfortunately, that's how things are. This is why the other thing I really want to ask from people: don't step into relationship just because you have to, just because it's a tradition, and never do it before you're healed. If you want to find true happiness in an honest partner, search for somebody healed. And heal yourself first and foremost. True healed people are not afraid of the truth. The truth is always with those who are healed. And if they are healed, they are going to be honest and not going to give each other false promises. Until people are sick inside, Lies are a part of them. Lies are their main weapons to operate in this world. So please, guys, remember those words. Take them into consideration, or you're gonna repeat the pattern of pain and pleasure. Pain and pleasure, pain and pleasure, until you feel like you wanna take your own life. You don't understand why is this happening. It's because people have unhealed childhood traumas and they use these relationships to fill the emptiness they have inside. You gotta know that in the ancient times, as I've spoken in one of my previous videos, people were stepping into relationships only if they were the most sacred and enlightened human beings in the society. Only if their marriage, their sacred union, would serve other people. People in ancient Lemuria and ancient Atlantis were never getting married just because. It had to serve others. It had to serve themselves in the best way, or they were not getting married and not promising anything. Those are the real basics. It's not the people in the caves with the animals, it's the ancient times. Those are the real basics. Relationships have to serve to make you a better person. That's the only reason they should have. That's where true love is created, in becoming a better version of yourself. If you feel after a few months with your partner unsatisfied, unfulfilled, empty, bored, it's a symptom that you never had true love and will cheat on them. Unfortunately, it's unavoidable. This is why what this psychologist has said is a symptom of people's behavior, not their true nature. And another thing, guys, before doing the worst, try to work on the relationship. Find a balanced solution for both of you. And be honest with each other. You may believe you have the right to cheat because this and that, but your partner has the right to feel angry and to leave. He doesn't have to adapt to the pain so that you can sit on two chairs. That's my advice for you guys. And I believe the only time it's kinda acceptable to cheat, and not in every case, but I can understand it, is if there is emotional or physical abuse in the relationship and you're not able to leave. If your partner is physically and emotionally abusive, screaming all the time, calling you names, putting you down, and you can't leave until you gather the strength and the materials to do so, I understand if you cheat as an act of escape. That's understandable in my opinion, because your partner's treatment is cruel and is not right. But if there is no physical or emotional abuse, if your partner is not purposely taking you for granted and making fun of you, the best thing is not to listen to the ego who needs somebody, but to listen to your soul. Tell each other the truth and let each other go.